So this vlog is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do. If you're watching this one, you probably already watched the other video I just uploaded, and that was showing us going around Austin, Texas, looking at apartments. And yes, we are considering moving from Memphis, Tennessee to Austin, Texas here in the next 2 months. And I kind of want to go over this vlog as far as, you know, the pros and cons about moving, because I know a lot of y'all struggle with that as far as, the hardships of moving. And for me, it is very hard to move because I've been in this area, Memphis, Tennessee to Mississippi, my whole entire life. So it's very hard for me to consider moving. But I was going to show y'all and talk to y'all a little bit about the pros and cons of that move. So con number one would be the weather. The weather is hot here in Memphis, but in Texas it's even hotter. A pro would be their gyms. Their gyms are huge. I mean, all of them. Our biggest gym here would be considered one of their smallest gyms there. And there is a gym around every corner in Austin, Texas. Con number two, Gainer would lose all his friends. Do you want to make new friends? I don't think so. He's saying no way. He made all of his friends at the dog park already. A pro would be their food. I hear their food is amazing. The only thing that I hear is better here is the barbecue. I just don't think you can beat Memphis barbecue. Another con, I have absolutely no friends there. So I'm gonna go out there and know absolutely nobody. The number one con for me as far as moving is moving away from family. If you know anything about me, I am a big family guy. I love watching my brothers and sisters grow up. Just love hanging around my family. You know, I'm one out of 12 brothers and sisters, so I have a big family and I really enjoy, being around them. And I've never moved outside of the Memphis or Mississippi area before. I've done a lot of traveling, modeling and stuff, so I've stayed months at a time in California, New York, but as far as moving, I've never moved, far enough away that I can't see them, once a week or something. So this would be a big change, moving 9 hours away. I know for a lot of people, they do it all the time. They go off to college or they move for their job and stuff. I just never have. So it would be a big change for me to move somewhere else where I couldn't see them all the time. Now, the number one pro for me moving is getting outside my comfort zone. I'm wanting to start a business here in the next few months to a year, and I'm so comfortable where I've lived my whole entire life, and I really think I should get out and just really push myself and learn and see if I like other places and not just stay comfortable where I'm at. And that's with anything in life. If you have a job that you don't like, you're gonna have to get outside your comfort zone and quit, or start your own business. And it doesn't feel right. So to really see growth, you're really gonna have to like I said, get outside your comfort zone. And for me, moving is one of those big areas that I think that would actually help me push more and really help me develop my company in the future and stuff. So it's gonna take some time getting used to. It's gonna be hard moving outside of somewhere that I've lived my whole entire life. It's gonna be really different, but I think it will actually help me in years to come. So after weighing all the pros and cons of moving, we decided we're gonna move to Austin, Texas. This has been in the works for the past 3 weeks. We actually told my family just before vacation, so just around 2 weeks ago, we told the whole family, pretty much one at a time. It was very hard to tell certain ones of my family. Others you kind of knew that they'd be okay with it. Others you were like, okay, they're gonna take it really hard. So we finally got all that taken care of, and it's very sad, but we're excited. So we're going to be moving. Our lease is up on June 22nd is our move-in date for the other place. We've lived in this apartment here in Memphis for right at a year, so our year lease is up. So that's why we kind of decided we had to make a decision as far as did we want to sign another lease here or move somewhere else in Memphis or actually move. So we decided we're gonna move. Really it was just to get a change of scenery, to kind of just push ourselves. I mean, that was one of the pros in there, kind of just, seeing if we like another place. Either one of us never lived outside of the Memphis area, so we wanted to go out and see if we like another place before we actually have kids and get settled down, because once we have kids, we're pretty much going to be stuck wherever we're at. I mean, you can move. It is possible to move once you have kids, but it's a lot harder, and especially when they're old enough to be in high school and school in general. You don't want to really just move them and pick them up and move, because it's really hard. But right now, no kids. We're in a good place to go out and try a new thing we have a year lease on this place, and if we don't like it, we could break the lease and just come right back. So nothing really tying us down in Austin, Texas at all. So the move will be very difficult. Shelby's life won't change all that much as far as her job, for sure. Her job's gonna stay the exact same. Nothing's gonna change. She's gonna have the same boss, same hours and stuff, just a different location. So it's just gonna be at a different spot. Her family, her mom is actually in San Antonio, so she'll be able to see her even more often being down there in Texas, just like an hour and a half away. Now her dad is here in the Memphis location, and her brother and sister's here. They both go to different schools here, different colleges. But, we don't see them all that often because of, we see them on holidays and stuff like that, but they're always so busy. We hardly see them. She's going to miss them, being so close and stuff. That is going to be different. But for me, I had to actually quit my job here in downtown. I was a personal trainer. I just worked like 12 hours a week, but really enjoyed what I was doing, personal training people. I got to know a lot of people, had a lot of clients for the past 3 years. And, there's relationships and stuff. It's really hard to leave. And then on top of that, leaving, my family, when I've been around for so long, with them. And I, like I said, always love, watching my brothers and sisters grow up, go to games, just hanging out with them over the weekends and stuff. So it's going to be really tough, but we're excited to, try out a new place to see if we like it, and just excited to see, what's next in the future with our lives in Austin. And who knows, we might move somewhere else after Austin. We're young and excited to see what happens. So just wanted to let y'all know that this has been in the works for the last 3 weeks, and that we actually have just around 5 weeks before the move-in. So it's getting really close. We have to do a lot of stuff before here. Before we actually move, it's going to be a whole lot. It's going to be a lot of packing up. Moving is never fun. I never had to move out like a house before, an apartment. So. Especially with 2 people, when she had to move from her place, it was just a one-person little bitty building.
It was an efficiency.
It was so very small apartment. So it's going to be really hard to move, 2 people out of apartment about 10 hours away. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, guys, so just wanted to let y'all know, keep y'all up to date on as far as the move. So it's going to be fun.